January, the mark of a new beginning and the hope and excitement of a new year. It's also the time of year when we feel most motivated to make change and put our best foot forward. And like every other January, I'm recommitting to bettering myself.
So one of the things that I want to focus on this month is being more efficient with my time. I think that one of the biggest things the last couple of months that was a huge stressor for me was working on my time management. So I decided that I would start tracking my time in Google Calendar down to the nearest 15 minutes so that I can look back and see what I'm spending the most time on and how I can make it more efficient.
So I've already started tracking a couple of days. I don't think that I've noticed any patterns yet,
but I'm a little fearful, and my suspicion is that I've been spending a lot of time reading before bed, specifically like in bed, and it is kind of feeding into this bad habit of like staying up late and then getting up late and then my whole day being thrown off.
So tonight I'm going to set a timer on how long I can read for. So I want to go to bed by 9:30 and right now it's about 9:15. So I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes so that I don't get sidetracked. Okay, time to go to bed. Steven! Yeah, turn off the light.
What?
So I can go to sleep.
So I feel like I've been a really bad stewardess of my time today since I got home from work. I have a good reason though, and that is because in the next 24 to 48 hours, there is going to be a snow/ice storm in the state of Texas. If you don't know, Texas is like notoriously unprepared for any sort of winter weather. So we don't even have like salt trucks or anything. We put sand on our roads, I guess. And we also kind of just don't have the infrastructure to deal with weather, much like, you know, some of our northern states here. So it's just incredibly unsafe to drive whenever there is any sort of frozen precipitation. I'm just kind of preparing for all of that. If you don't remember, 4 years ago, there was a 133 car pileup in the DFW area, trying to kind of avoid that at all costs. Unfortunately, I am considered an essential worker. Who knows why? I'm not paid like an essential worker. We do have to come in to work tomorrow and Friday, so I decided that it's supposed to get worse tomorrow afternoon, so I'm gonna work tomorrow but then take off Friday. They're making us use PTO for this, and they were also like, if you say that you're coming on Friday and then decide that you can't make it anymore, it's like you get like 2 points against you or whatever, and like if you have a certain number of points then you have to do some sort of like performance improvement plan, which I think is really dumb because no one can predict whether or not they're going to be able to make it. Like on Friday, like 2 days from now, no one knows how much snow we're gonna get. The amount of snow that each person gets where they live could be vastly different, and I just think that it's really unfair that they made it that way, and I'm kind of pissed about it, but you know, there's nothing that I can do. They made the rules. Probably gonna be taking Friday off. They did say that like if you want to come in even after you said that you're gonna take PTO, you can, but I suspect that Friday is gonna be pretty dangerous to drive and I'm not gonna risk it. But because I'm still going to work tomorrow, I was like,
what if I get stranded
and I like can't get home? Like it's just not safe for me to drive home. Since that 133 car pileup, I have kept like an emergency kit in my car. I just like went to grab it because I was gonna drive Steven's car tomorrow. I realized it was like very well prepared, but B, vastly outdated because it's been in my car for, I don't know, probably like 2 or 3 years now, and I've not touched it since. So basically what it is like I have like a set of clothes in here, pants, underwear, and like a shirt, which could be like work appropriate. It is more casual, but like I think like it could pass for like business casual ish, slash if I wear like a sweatshirt over it, no one would necessarily be able to tell that I was like not in scrubs or whatever. And then I also have dental kit. So like this I probably got from like some hotel, little bag of toiletries sort of ish. So this I just updated. I spent some time going through like, okay, what do I actually need? I put face wash in here, some moisturizer. This is another like daytime moisturizer slash like it has a little bit of SPF. I used to have sunscreen in here, but I was like, I feel like it's just kind of going to waste by putting it in here and like never using it. And then I have mascara and eyeliner because, you know, even if I'm stranded, I kind of want to not look like, I don't know. That is pretty much my emergency kit. And then I'm also just gonna bring, these are like my travel toiletry bags. I have a bunch of like samples and of like different products that I use and stuff like that in here. So just like extra stuff. I used to have contact solution in here as well, but I realized it expired like 2 years ago. So that had to go. So I did bring my travel size contact solution, and I have like extra like contacts. And then because Texas is also notorious for like losing power, water, and or propane whenever these winter storms kind of arise, I was also like busy like charging all of my electronic and all of the portable batteries that I have, and kind of like I like boiled some water and put it into like 2 thermoses because I was like, you know, what if I don't have hot water? I don't know, just little things that I like worry about and give me anxiety. Like I would do them and then I feel like I spent all of my time on that, and it's now like 9 p.m. and I didn't do any work whatsoever. But you know, I may have a PTO day on Friday and can catch up on all of that. And then I had a package come in, so I thought that we could open it together. I just got some like beauty products from Dior because obviously there was a credit card offer. The only reason why I ever buy anything. They have this new Lunar New Year like box, which I thought was really cool. It's really pretty. I got like a couple of small things, and then of course a bunch of gifts with purchase. Ooh. Oh. Okay, everything is like really packed in here. Starting off, this little pouch. Oh, I think these are just like the samples that I got. A couple of like Miss Dior perfumes, sample perfume. One of these little mini Miss Dior things is, I think, what the second gift with purchase is. Oh, these are cute. They come in their like the tiny little things. On to the things that I did buy, because I think that there's nothing else in here except for like packaging stuff. Rosy Glow. I honestly have not tried this ever before, but it looked really pretty. Ooh. Oh, it's very purplish. It's a lot more purple than I thought it was. I feel like on the pictures, it read a lot more like pink, but I think that I am warm toned, so I feel like it'll do just fine. This is a lipstick case. I decided to get one of their lipsticks, and you can customize like a case with one of their lipstick refills. So this is the one that I chose. It's just like pink. And then as for the lipstick refill, it is in the color Peony Pink, which this looks a little bit darker than I thought it would be. I just love all of their like lip products, the way they look. It's just so cute. I also got this lip oil glow. I love using this. I currently have one. I think it's in the shade Raspberry. It's just like the best gloss, I guess. So I will use like a lip tint or a tinted chapstick, and then I'll put this over it, and it looks really good. And I feel like makes your lips like all nice and glossy. This itself doesn't have a whole ton of color, although they do have different colors. So I don't know. I've never tried any other color than the raspberry, but I often use it with the Dior lip balm. So I just wanted to get it in a different color, and that is pretty much everything. Okay, it's past 9 now, so I feel like I need to go to sleep because I still have to go to work tomorrow, and I need to make sure that I don't forget my emergency kit because that would just be a tragedy in case I really did get stranded. We're charging the cart extra because I am, you know, just in case something happens and like I have to sleep in my car, so I'm fully prepared to do anything.
Luckily, the snow came and went pretty quickly, as did my team's chances of going to the college football championships.
Oh my god. Any trips?
So we were able to resume regular life soon after.
miss waking up early on the weekends and having a good old cup of joe. I feel like I haven't like woken up early on a weekend in ages, and it just feels so good and like so productive. So I am taking a remote day today, and I figured that it would be fun to just go to a coffee shop and do work this morning. It's not very often that I get to take a remote day. I just have a lot of projects and like admin things that I need to work on for our department. So they wanted to give me this time so that I could actually get it done and that I wouldn't be pulled away for like patient care and things like that. It's not very often that I do something like this, so I thought that it would just be so much fun. It's been a while since I've been to a coffee shop. One of my dreams one day is just to be like a remote worker and just like go to coffee shops and do my work. I feel like the vibes in a coffee shop are also just like so different, and when there's other people around you that are working on their own projects and different things, that just like I feel like spurs a different type of productivity.
And then we had a friend come stay with us for about a week, and we had a lot of fun just catching up, hanging out, and playing board games.
What do you mean?
Am I about to get hit up?
No.
How's that work?
So we are at the end of the month now, and just reflecting back on where a majority of my time was spent, there was definitely one giant time sink that kept coming up. Okay, so yeah, that was a little predictable because obviously most people spend most of their days at work or working, because I also have bills to pay and I can't just stop working as much as I want to. But the second biggest time sink was travel. I guess we can't really get rid of either because I have to travel in order to get to work. But just taking a moment to kind of like be serious. I feel like I tried my hardest this month to like really stay on top of things and be productive. But then as the month went on and as things came up, like when my friend came to visit, obviously I got totally like sidetracked and did not have as much time to work on things outside of like my job because I was just like hanging out and having fun. And I feel like there's just seasons of life where you are more productive and you're doing a great job killing it at your job or your side hustle or whatever, and then other seasons of your life where you're prioritizing other things, and that's okay, because at the end of the day I feel like we all just want to live a fulfilling life. So sometimes I feel like being productive is really what fills me up, but then other times I feel like being social and hanging out and chatting with friends, or just like taking my mind off of like everything and just literally becoming smooth brain is fulfilling, and I feel joy in that. I cannot be 100% productive, and I am learning to live with that and be okay with that. Some of the things that I did learn in my month of working on my time management was that like setting timers and alarms is really helpful. And I know that this is already a pretty popular method, but the Pomodoro method I feel like really helps me to like hone in and focus on things, because I get pretty easily distracted. So like as soon as a message comes up on my phone, I like want to answer it, and then that for some reason sets me off on a rabbit hole for like another 20 minutes. So having a timer that is like I have to stay focused for 25 minutes, and 25 minutes is not that long, helps me. And then I know that I can have 5 minutes to just do whatever. Having some sort of structure to my day, like, or even just like planning out, like I know that I want to work for X number of hours today or X number of minutes today on this project, setting that time aside and making sure, blocking it off in the calendar, that nothing else is gonna get in the way, I think is super helpful. I have never regretted time that I spent with my friends or with other people, but I have regretted the time that I've spent on the internet in deep, dark rabbit holes. Whenever I kind of think about time management, I always think of that like triangle, and it's like there's 3 things, but you can only pick 2. So it's like work, social life, and like sleep or something. I don't know. You always have to sacrifice one thing or the other 2. And I think that I tried to balance it this month, but I realized that I ended up only really averaging about 6.5 hours of sleep every night, which is not ideal for me. Obviously, work-life balance is something that we are always working towards and cannot be fixed in 1 month. But I hope that you enjoyed this little slice of my life. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.